It is very cold, like single-digit cold, which I don't think we've had yet this year. So I hope wherever you are warm and bundled up. I'm glad you're watching this and that you're joining us. A couple of reminders for those of you who are involved in this community. Today on January 31st at 10 a.m., we will have a meeting just to give us an update on where the church is. We're at the halfway mark through our fiscal year, through our program year. And so, as is our custom, we have a meeting just to provide an update and to make sure that we're answering your questions. So the link for that meeting went out this morning on our email. If you need it, be in touch with us. And we hope to see you at 10 a.m. And also just a reminder, today at 4 p.m., streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So right where you are watching us right now, we will have a Taizé service with gorgeous singing and silence, a wonderful meditative process, as you will. So if you're around at 4 o'clock, I encourage you to join us. That will stream live, but it will also be available on demand. So if that is something you think you might enjoy, I hope you find it and take advantage of it. So when we gather on Sundays, we gather as community in whatever way we can, in whatever way that means, and we pause. So I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath and to settle into your body. Maybe put your feet flat on the floor. You might want to put your hands on top of your thighs and close your eyes. Feel yourself in your body. And then take a moment and think about the joys that you have experienced in the last week. And sometimes joys are big, but sometimes joys are small. I went out a few days ago and there had been snow, although most of it had melted, but there was a perfectly formed snowball on the lawn between my house and the neighbor's house. And for some reason that brought me joy, just considering that snowball. Or last night, I was able to have dinner with a friend in a safe manner, and the friend had remembered that my family had January birthdays. And so the end of dinner included a birthday cake, which was a wonderful surprise and joy. So I encourage you to think of those things that have brought you joy over the past week. But then, as we all know, the world is crazy right now. And life is hard. We're suffering. We miss one another. We have too much time with some people and not enough time with others. We're anxious to get vaccines. We're anxious about the state of the world and the state of politics. Some of us are anxious about where our next meal is coming from or how we're going to pay our rent. Those are very real burdens that we carry with us. So take a moment and recognize and acknowledge the burdens that you carry. You carry them in your spirit and in your body. So recognize them, name them silently or aloud, and see if you can find a way to release them to the divine, to release them to community, and to find ways to allow that community to help you and to build you up. This morning in particular, I want to pray for the Prin family in Yarmouth. They lost their dad and their father unexpectedly this week. And our hearts and our prayers go out to the family. So this morning I have a prayer to share with you. The prayer was written by the Reverend Aaron Cunahan, who serves as the pastor at Oak Hill Presbyterian Church in St. Louis, Missouri. Let us be together in the spirit of prayer. I haven't been able to fix it. And while tumbling through the messiness, reaching out for moments of grace, for efforts of truth, for some kind of hope to cling to, I keep realizing I cannot. Sure, there is work and there are movies and that whole firm and steadfast power of presence, but it is still broken, and no relentless trying of mine will mend it. So I went for a walk again, this time in the snow, and with every step, with every crunch, and with every cold, deep breath, with every time I looked up into the squinty-eyed, cloudy, bright sky, I did what the church mothers who raised me always taught me to do. I gave it to you. I'm not even sure I know what that means. But God, this one is yours. This hurt, this worry, this fear, hold it. This struggle, this suffering, this wound, hold it. This ongoing, still complicated, unbearably painful whole situation, hold it. And if you would, heal us. Hold us and heal us. Please. Amen. So I hope you join us for worship at 9 a.m. And I pray that as you go into this week, you find small joys or maybe big joys, and that you remember that there is community to walk with you as you carry your burdens, and know that you're always welcome to reach out to us at First Parish.